Before we begin, take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale slowly. Feel the weight of this moment, because what I'm about to share is not just motivation. It's a wake-up call. Many people wait for change, hoping someone will rescue them, hoping life will shift on its own. But the truth is, no one is coming. No one will fight your battles. No one will walk your path for you. If you want transformation, you must force it. You must decide that enough is enough. This message is for those who are ready to rise, ready to rebuild, and ready to become unstoppable. Because transformation begins the moment you stop waiting. Before we begin, take a deep breath. Inhale deeply through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel your awareness return to this very moment. Because this is where all transformation begins. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when life becomes easier, but now. Today we speak about something that separates the dreamers from the doers, the ability to force transformation when no one is there to help you. No one can walk this path for you. No one can awaken your potential for you. The decision must come from within. There comes a moment in every person's life when they realize that waiting has only brought them pain. Waiting for motivation, for support, for validation. None of these things bring transformation. They bring delay. And the longer you delay, the more your inner fire dims. Many people talk about change, but few are willing to face what change truly demands. The truth is simple. You cannot grow and stay comfortable at the same time. Transformation will demand sacrifice. It will demand discomfort. It will demand that you let go of who you think you are, so that who you truly are can emerge. The first step of transformation is awareness, the awakening of responsibility. You must see your life as a mirror reflecting your current state. If you are unhappy, it is not the world's fault, it is a reflection of the choices you've made. Your mind, your habits, your discipline, these are the architects of your destiny. No teacher, no leader, no guru can live your life for you. You can listen to wisdom, you can read every book, you can meditate for hours. But until you decide to take ownership of your life, nothing will change. Responsibility is not a burden, it is liberation. It is the realization that you are not a victim of circumstances, you are the creator of them. When you stop blaming others, you stop giving them power over your reality. The moment you say, "It's up to me," you become unstoppable. Because now you are no longer waiting for permission to rise. You understand that the world owes you nothing. You owe yourself effort, discipline, and courage. The world will not pause for your hesitation. It will move on with or without you. And if you choose to remain the same, life will remind you, through failure, through pain, through stagnation, that growth ignored becomes suffering forced. Life's lessons will repeat until you decide to learn them. Wisdom comes not through comfort, but through challenge. So ask yourself honestly, are you truly living, or are you only existing? Have you become a prisoner of your own excuses? The truth may hurt, but the truth also frees. The weak man avoids truth because it disrupts his comfort. The strong man seeks truth because he knows it builds his character. Transformation begins the moment you stop making excuses and start making effort. You don't need anyone's approval to evolve. You don't need anyone's understanding to change. All you need is commitment. A commitment to yourself, to your growth, to your purpose. Remember this, the greatest power a human being possesses is the power of decision. Decide that your future will no longer be a reflection of your past. Decide that your pain will no longer control your direction. Decide that this moment, this breath, is the beginning of your transformation. And once you decide, stand firm. Because no one can do it for you, and that is what makes it sacred. Transformation begins when you stop running from pain and start understanding it. Pain is not your punishment, it is your teacher. It is the hand of life pushing you beyond what is comfortable, beyond what is familiar, beyond what is safe. Because nothing grows in comfort. The tree must break its seed to rise. The warrior must face battle to awaken his strength. The soul must endure darkness to discover its own light. When you avoid pain, you also avoid power. And when you finally face it, life begins to unfold its deeper meaning before you. Most people run from discomfort. They avoid challenge, they hide from failure, they escape into distractions and call it peace. But comfort is a silent killer. It keeps you soft when you should be strong. It keeps you asleep when you should be awake. Every great transformation in history has come from someone who refused to escape their pain. They looked it in the eye and said, "Teach me." The truth is, you cannot evolve without struggle. Struggle is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. It sharpens you. It humbles you. It molds you into someone unrecognizable to your former self. When you decide to force transformation, you must understand that pain will accompany you every step of the way. Not because life is cruel, but because life is kind enough to refine you through fire. You will lose friends. You will lose habits. You will lose identities that no longer serve you. Every part of you that is weak, every part that is false, every part that clings to comfort, must die for the new you to be born. This death of the old self is not destruction, it is purification. There will be moments when you feel alone, when you question your path, when the world feels heavy, and the reward seems distant. In those moments, remember, this is where transformation truly happens, not in easy days, but in the quiet moments of endurance. This is where the mind wants to give up, but the spirit whispers, keep going. You may not see progress at first, but transformation is invisible before it becomes visible. Just as the seed grows roots long before it breaks the soil, your inner growth begins long before others notice it. Pain builds character. Pain deepens wisdom. Pain teaches humility. The man who has suffered deeply carries a depth that cannot be faked. He listens more, judges less, and sees life for what it truly is, temporary, precious, and sacred. And this is why the awakened one does not fear pain anymore. He walks through it with awareness, knowing that each wound holds a lesson and each scar holds strength. To transform, you must change your relationship with suffering. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this trying to show me? That shift in perception changes everything. When you see pain as purpose, you stop fighting life and start flowing with it. When a blade is forged, it must endure intense heat and hammering before it shines. The same is true for you. The heat is your challenge, the hammering is your discipline, and the shine, that is your transformation. So stop running from the fire. Step into it. Let it burn away everything that no longer belongs, because on the other side of pain lies a version of you that is unshakable, strong, and free. And remember, no one else can walk through that fire for you. It is your path, your pain, and your transformation to claim. The third stage of transformation is the discipline of action. Because awareness without action is illusion, and intention without movement is emptiness. You can read all the wisdom in the world, you can listen to every teaching, you can meditate for hours, but if you do not act, then nothing changes. The universe does not respond to what you want, it responds to what you do. Most people dream of transformation, but only a few are willing to pay its price, and that price is discipline. Discipline is not punishment, it is devotion. Devotion to your higher self, to your vision, to the man or woman you are becoming. It means doing what must be done even when you don't feel like it. Because you understand that feelings are temporary, but growth is permanent. Those who rely on motivation will always be inconsistent because motivation fades with emotion. But discipline, that is sacred. Discipline is what carries you through the storm when inspiration disappears. You must learn to take action even when you feel tired, even when no one applauds you, even when the results are not yet visible. Because transformation is not about instant reward. It is about consistent effort. It is not about perfection. It is about persistence. The body must be trained, the mind must be focused, the spirit must be tested. This is the warrior's way. The disciplined individual understands that progress comes from repetition, from showing up every single day, especially when it's hard. Every small step done with awareness builds momentum, and that momentum becomes strength. Your consistency becomes your weapon in a world full of distraction. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you rebuild trust within your own soul. And that trust becomes unbreakable power. Remember, this journey is not about impressing anyone. It is not about proving your worth to the world. It is about mastering yourself. Discipline is a silent practice. It happens when no one is watching. It happens when you choose to rise instead of sleep, when you choose truth over comfort, when you choose growth over excuses. It happens in those quiet moments when you face your weakness and decide, not today. The more you act, the more your identity begins to shift. Action rewires the mind. It replaces fear with confidence, doubt with belief, and laziness with strength. Each decision you make becomes a brick in the foundation of your transformation. If you want to change your life, you must change your daily actions. Every single day matters. The way you eat, the way you think, the way you move, the way you speak to yourself, all of it shapes your destiny. Understand this: discipline and freedom are not opposites, they are twins. One cannot exist without the other. The more disciplined you become, the freer you feel. Because discipline gives you control over your own mind, and when you control your mind, you control your life. The path of transformation is not glamorous, it is repetitive, it is demanding, it is lonely at times. But those who endure become something extraordinary. They no longer wait for miracles, they become the miracle themselves. So take the step, even if it's small. Move forward, even if it's slow. Do not wait for the right time, create it. Because transformation does not respond to wishful thinking, it responds to relentless action. The final stage of transformation is mastery, the moment when your effort becomes your nature, when the lessons you once struggled to apply now flow effortlessly through you. This is when transformation becomes your way of being. You no longer need to force yourself to act, you simply act. You no longer battle with your old self, because that self no longer exists. The caterpillar does not argue with the butterfly about who it used to be, it simply flies. This is mastery. But mastery is not the end, it is a continuous unfolding. It is the daily refinement of your awareness, your discipline, and your heart. True mastery is humble, because it recognizes there is always more to learn. The one who believes he has arrived has already stopped growing. The true warrior, however, knows that the journey never ends. He continues to polish his mind as one sharpens a blade, patiently, deliberately, with devotion. To force the transformation means to keep walking even when you have already changed. It means to protect your peace as fiercely as you protect your goals. It means to use your power with compassion, to let strength and gentleness live in balance within you. Mastery is not about control over others, it is about control over yourself. Those who truly master themselves radiate peace. They do not need to prove anything, their energy speaks louder than words. You will notice that life still tests you, but you respond differently. The situations that once made you angry no longer disturb your balance. The opinions of others lose their power over you. The delays, the rejections, the pain, they still appear, but they cannot touch your center because you have found your stillness within. That is the mark of mastery, to move through the chaos of life with unshaken calm. Every test is an opportunity to practice what you have become. When life challenges you, it is not punishing you. It is refining you, showing you the depth of your transformation. It is asking, have you truly learned, or are you pretending? And your response must be action, stillness, awareness, not reaction. Remember, forcing the transformation does not mean being harsh with yourself. It means refusing to settle for mediocrity. It means holding yourself to the highest standard, not because you must, but because you know who you are becoming requires it. Each moment you choose awareness over ignorance, discipline over laziness, compassion over anger, you reinforce your transformation. You will notice something miraculous. When you live this way, the world begins to rearrange itself to match your new energy. People will treat you differently, opportunities will appear, Silence will feel more nourishing than noise. You will begin to realize that you no longer chase anything, you simply attract it, because your vibration has changed. The outer world is a reflection of your inner state, and once you transform within, the outer must follow. In this state of mastery, gratitude becomes your natural language. You thank life for every lesson, every delay, every storm, because you now see that all of it was necessary for your evolution. You understand that no one could have done this for you. No one could have saved you. No one could have forced your transformation, because this journey was always between you and your higher self. So walk with calm strength. Keep your heart pure, your actions consistent, and your awareness sharp. Because transformation is not a destination, it is a daily practice. And when you live this way, you no longer wait for the world to change, you become the force that changes it.